Alright, guys, welcome back to another One Piece chapter reaction. We're on chapter 1115, so we're reading this officially now. Um, because, this is within the last three chapters that have come out. And yeah, let's get right to it. Last time, Vegapunk started talking about the sins he made. The first sin being that he made the Mother Flame, right? He wanted to research a everlasting power source, and then he talked about how he researched the Void Century and learned that Joy Boy was the main character of this story. And I'm guessing now he's going to continue off of that, and I'm really interested to see what he's going to talk about, so let's get to it. Chapter 115, Pieces of a Continent. Okay, let's go. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 5. Hyorin Otokar packing me a bento lunch. Great, that is cute. Look at them go. Alright. Flower capital, Wano. Okay, we're straight from the Wano cover story to Wano itself. Okay, great. I can't believe this gets signal from abroad. Orochi had it in the castle. Okay. But as for why he was called a pirate, so yeah, right back where we left off. So Joy Boy was a pirate? He sounds just like Luffy. You've heard of him, my lord? The Brig Naval Base G4. Hmm. Yeah, but who knows heard of Joy Boy? Hmm. As for why he was called a pirate, okay. Joy Boy, I don't believe he's stronger than our captain, right, Captain Kid? The heck are these bumps? Former fake Luffy Demolo Black. Okay, bro. Leave the guy alone. He's already dead. That's the captain we love and admire. Kid's the most generous guy around. There's no way that I'm weaker than Joy Ball. Boy! Alright, let's just move on from these clowns, bro. Rah! I've only read from a handful of poneglyphs, but what I found there was the record of a breathtakingly vast war. Ooh, this has been hinted at before. Joyboy's enemy was the world government of the present day. Wait, is that us? If he was a pirate, that checks out. That does check out. He was the first pirate, and his enemy was the world government, or at least probably the start of the world government. Vegapunk! More accurately, he was the precursor to the world government, a provisional army put together by 20 kingdoms known as the Alliance. The Alliance, okay. Now there's Mars going in. He's taking down all life forms, but the signal is still going. It's still up. You might say they had no other choice. So robust was Joy Boy's faction. Dang, look at Nika going crazy. That's Joy Boy going up against the 20 Kings. Was it straight up a 1v20? Did Joy Boy not have like peeps to help him out? Especially because Joy Boy, ruled over a massive kingdom. So I'm sure he had like the people from that kingdom helping him out. Without knowing the spark that caused the war, I won't say who was right or wrong. I'll simply state that two competing ideologies came head to head. Oh, that's so good from Vegapunk to not say who's right or wrong. That it might be ambiguous, and I think that's fair because yeah, like I think it would be a little bit wild to say that Joybo was 100% right just because he's the main character's predecessor or whatever, right? And the world government is definitely in the wrong, even though obviously we all dislike the world government, but like we at least gotta know, we at least gotta get their perspective of why they went against Joy, why they were so against his ideology. We gotta get that perspective first, and I think it's good that Vegapunk here, like, I don't know who's right or wrong. I'm just saying this is how it was. Like, there was a massive war. I have my own opinions, but I'm only gonna tell you guys the facts, okay? Like, I'm not gonna tell you it's right or wrong, but there was a clash of ideologies. Like, that's important. As I mentioned earlier, for its time 900 years ago, the country of Joy Boy's birth, Zoo New World. Okay, Zo, I mean, not Zoo. Zo, uh, Zunisha's listening in, okay? The country of Joy Boy's birth was a startlingly advanced civilization. Just look at Tarazo. Hey, there's the Minx. And the weapons that were used over the course of this 100-year conflict appear to be impossible to recreate with the latest of modern science. That's amazing, says Carrot. Oi, oi, is that Foxy's ship? Oh my goodness, it's Foxy and the gang. No way we see these guys now. What nonsense is this? He's talking peanuts. Foxy looks like a Wario, bro. Eek, boss, I'm starving. Oh, nah, bro. Even I, a humble genius, cannot replicate them. Pish, what's he bragging about? Pah, pah, pah. And therein lies the problem. Laboface. Grrr, click. Stussy. Huh? It's me. Edison. There's Kaku as well. Lower the barrier and run for safety. What? I can't. If anything happens to the Straw Hats before they leave, honestly, there ain't much power to the barrier anymore if it can't stop these guys from getting past it. I've done all I can to help the Straw Hats make their escape. They can take it from here. Are you on your way, Jinbei? Sorry, almost there. Don't apologize, Jinbei. We were. Was that you I heard saying something, Zoro? I'm gonna smack you after this. Hurry, more ships are gathering around the northeast coast. We don't want to land on the water only to get bombarded to bits. The northeast coast, okay. That's a relief. Stella would be so upset with me if I didn't help them get away. Nah, he wouldn't. Now get out of here. But I don't know what to do. Huh? Without Stella around anymore, who do I live for? Ah, dang. And look at Kaku as well. Kaku listening in. Like, I feel like Kaku, even though he got betrayed by Stussy, I feel like he kind of gets her too. He kind of gets her perspective. Like, damn. Like, she really was living for him. Dang, man. Don't let him use that katana. The old geezer can cut through anything. Oh, is there talk about Nustro, Venus? Bio response detected. Bonnie. Look out, Bonnie! Yeah! Ooh, Frankie saved her though, just in time. Yeah, bro, him with the katana is dangerous, man. Ah! Ooh, he cut off the head of the ship. That's nuts. Hmm? Can't hold that future form for long. Okay, so Bonnie's back to being a child. I mean, she is a child, but you know what I mean. The Void Century came to a close with the defeat of Joy Boy. How long must you jabber on, Vegapunk? Where's he going? So yeah, Joy was defeated. We know this. That's why the world government are ruling over the world right now, because they took down their opponent. Basically, they took down their opposing ideology. Obnoxious fire response, huh? But not before leaving vast permanent scars of war. Whoa. Okay. He cut the entirety of the cloud of up to lava phase in half. That's wild. Leaving vast permanent scars of war across the face of the world. That's nuts. This actually gives me Law Punk Hazard vibes when Law broke the gear. Remember that? Although that moment was absolutely epic. That's one of my favorite Law moments still. When he broke the gear, like lead, like us future generations are gonna take over. Wild, huh? Oh yeah, there's the all the Cyberpol members, and of course the Seraphim. Ah, yeah, they're falling. Makes sense. I mean, he cut the entire thing in half. That's insane. The world is made up of a series of islands. Sailing between them is difficult, and many people never experience anything but their own culture at home. Yeah, and this is why the One Piece cultures are so different, or the answers so different, right? Not just in terms of culture, but also in terms of technology. You'll see some islands are very technologically advanced. Obviously, Akkad being the most extreme example, but that's because the smartest man in the world is living there, and he's a scientist, of course. But you'll have like very different technologies or even different ways things work. Like you know how in Skype you had the impact dials and you had X tolls to exchange money instead of berries, right? That's just a difference in culture, right? Or how um you also have different with the Water 7 you had the sea train, right? It was a pretty advanced technology. You won't find that everywhere in the world. So You'll notice small changes like that, changes like that in the different parts of the world of One Piece, and they're very different aesthetically too. That's because the islands are so separated, and sailing between them is so dangerous. I mean, we all know this. Y'all, if you've gone to this One Piece, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't need to explain this to you, but the average citizen is not gonna leave their island and go somewhere else because why? Why'd you sail out to sea? That's dangerous. You could get killed by a sea king or something could happen to you. So you just chill at your home island for the rest of your life. And many people do that. Many people in the One Piece world should have just are born in the same island. They know the islands exist. They know the world is vast, but they just don't want to go out. They want to chill and peace in their island, which is fine, and they live out their sort of life. Maybe they start a family there, and then their children continue on. Whether the children then choose to become marines or pirates and sail to sea is up to them. But yeah, many people just choose to chill. And if I was in the One Piece world and lived in a chill island like that, let's say lived in Windmill Village, I'm not sure if I was a blessing of Windmill Village, I'm not sure I'd leave to go become a pirate or something like that. I'd probably just chill in Windmill Village, right? Like, I probably would just chill in Syrup Village. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why I wouldn't go out. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous world out there, man. I don't even need to eat no devil fruit. Just let me chill. And One Piece fruit is already dangerous enough with a lot of tragedies, right? But obviously I'm gonna be backing Luffy. But yeah. Yeah, duh. Everyone knows the sea is dangerous. But this shared understanding of the world does not necessarily apply to the world of 1,000 years ago. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, back to Koshiro over in East Blue. This is where Zoro trained. Okay, because a cataclysm occurred during the Void Century, causing the world to sink once before. Huh? We are currently living on the pieces of continent that existed long ago? What the frick? Huh? Even the original are so shocked. Okay. Okay, yeah, nah. Okay, as if we didn't already get this confirmed through the big robot before. Now we definitely know One Piece is post-apocalyptic. Like straight up, One Piece is post-apocalyptic story. That is wild. Not something I was expecting, but yeah, now what you told me there was a massive continent before that existed, and now we're just living on the remaining piece of it, which have become these islands. These pieces of this continent, this massive continent, become these islands scattered throughout the world. And you telling me that 1,000 years ago this continent was not submerged under the ocean, it was up top, and the technology down there was very advanced. This means that if people were to dive down far enough, they'd be able to find this technology. They'd be able to find treasure and stuff like that. If anything, down there could be where the One Piece is located. I will not be surprised if One Piece is located down in this continent somewhere. The One Piece itself, yeah. Sure, this poneglyph's down there too. That explains so much, by the way. This explains so much. The fact that the ancient kingdom and everything is located down in the sea, below the sea. That explains so much. Because yeah, how would you keep the history of the world hidden? How would you keep the void century hidden from future generations? Unless something like this had happened. So during that void century, the ancient kingdom submerging and the water level risings and having the ancient kingdom submerge under the ocean is one way to hide the history, one way to hide the treasure, one way to hide everything. Really, that explains so much. Honestly, there's Sabo, yeah, yeah. And we get to see the gang of revolutionaries. The world of a millennium ago now slumbers unseen at the bottom of the sea. How far down is the ancient kingdom? Because how have people not noticed this? Yeah, then sure it's gotta be like, I don't know how far down it's gotta be for people to not notice. At least 50 meters down, right? Nah, 50 meters down, I feel like pirates and stuff would notice that there's a massive continent below them, right? How far down is 50 meters from the sea? I don't know. In fact, one can assume that in the past, there were a number of continents we know nothing about. Dang! So not just one continent, several continents that have now submerged under the sea, and now we have the islands remaining from those continents. That's wild. That explains so much. He's also wild. I know, right? We're back in Konomi Islands, Kokoyashi Village. Where are you going, Nojiko? The world's in danger. You can tell me about it later. I'm going to check on the tangerine groves. Nojiko, that's a very Nojiko thing to do and say. If the world were still the same as it was in the past, then the act of erasing 100 years of history would be simply unthinkable and impossible. However, it makes much more sense. This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying, man. Like, how are you gonna erase so much history? How are you gonna erase this treasure? How are you gonna erase all of that? But if the world is submerged, then it adds up. When you understand that the rise in sea level of that century was 200 meters, yep, that's what I say. Like, I was like, it's gotta be at least, bro. I'm telling y'all, like, oh, 200 meters is insane, though. 200 meters. Nuts. The sea level rose 200 meters. Yeah, now that makes sense that people weren't able to identify a massive continent below them. 200 meters below. Who's gonna dive down 200 meters? Who's gonna sail down 200 meters? You're not just gonna do that. Dang, bro. What? 200 meters? That is insane sea level rise. These gigantic battleships are only 60 meters long. No wonder the whole world vanished. Hey, don't get distracted by the story. Cypherpole and the Seraphim came falling down to ground level. We gotta rescue them. I love how this is story. Did you hear that? This man's still lying. The old kid's cracking me up. No way any of that is true. Yeah, Mocktown still are not gonna believe him. Uh, Very accurate, by the way. Like, Vegapunk straight up like, "Yo, climate change, though," and they're like, "Lamau, we don't believe you, bro." Cherry Blossom Kingdom, Chopper's homeland. Like, there's people in real life also don't believe in climate change. They're like, that's all fake, right? How does such a thing happen? Hee hee hee, says Kureha. There's still so much to learn about the world. That mountain over there is just about 200 meters tall. Imagine the sea rising that high. It sounds like hell. How many people must have died? Oh yeah. Oh, is that? Oh, that's Miss Golden Week. So I guess that's Miss Merry Christmas talking or something on the right. And Miss Golden Week. Oh man, it's been like 1,000 chapters since we met y'all. How y'all doing? I'm it's been, well, this is the cover stories at least, but it's been since friggin' it's been since Little Garden since we last met Miss Golden Week. Little Garden is like chapter 150. We're in chapter 1100 and what, 15, 16 now, 15. Wild. But hey, all right, Miss Golden Week. As for why the sea level rose so much in that century, it would be natural to assume the work of a sudden natural disaster. But I can state for a fact that this was a man-made disaster. Bro, it's literally climate change. It is literally global warming. He's literally spitting global warming. He's telling us, yo, this is man-made. It's a man-made occurrence. The sea level didn't rise for no reason. It didn't happen naturally. It's the exact same thing scientists are telling us in the real world. Like, it's telling us, yo, global warming is man-made. That's just crazy. Oh, we're up in the with big news, Morgans. If such a cataclysm were caused by natural forces, then the initial disaster would have spanned several centuries, and inflicted slow but continual damage upon the world. But by any measurement, climatology, geology, environmental and atmosphere science, damn, every measurement, this dramatic shift could not have happened within a single century. So the cause is something else. Yeah, I think it has to do with the weapon that Emu was using, bro. Because that weapon he used had the sea level rise 1 meter, right? And we speculate that ancient weapon. I speculate it's an ancient weapon. I speculate that weapon Emu used is Uranus or whatever, and that it's he powered it. Emu powered it using the mother flame that Vegapunk created, right? Wasn't it? Wasn't it said that it was powered using the mother flame? So I mean. So they called it something else. And when I detected the rise in worldwide sea levels the other day, I had my answer. Yeah, it's the ancient weapons, bro. Gotta be. It's not gonna have happened within a single century. I knew the cause and confirmed its existence, the gurus say. Whoa. The ancient weapons, yep, that sank the world into the sea 800 years ago. Had to be. Has to be the ancient weapons. We saw the ancient weapon doing that to Leloucha several chapters back. So we know the ancient weapons can cause this. Still exist today and await the moment that they stir once again. In other words, the vast war that arose in the Void Century never came to an end. Ooh, never came to an end, you say? So Emu, I'm guessing, used to be a fighter back, or used to be a yeah, combatant back then. Which, by the way, it said that 20 kings came together to fight against Joy Boy. How did Emu end up at the top of the world? Is Emu one of the 20 kings that ended up being the king, the big boy king, or something else? Whether Emu is a he or a she, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people say Emu should be she. Like imagine the main protagonist of One Piece being a woman. That'll be actually quite cool. Um, if Emu was a woman, but either way, that is the end of this chapter, y'all. Massive reveals this chapter, massive lore. Love this chapter. We're gonna end up there so that I have time to record one more chapter, hopefully, and then I won't be able to record anymore. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading this chapter. I'll see you guys next time. All right, y'all. Peace.